What's up, YouTube? This is Boyd the Milkman doing my 39th map review on Mendicant Bias by st1254, which is a really good double wide with some interesting aesthetics that I don't even know what they are, but it looks cool, so I guess that's really all that matters. It is also a fairly lengthy double wide, and it is a perfectly smooth and fairly fast-paced and fun double wide, so I do really like this map. This is a very good map. There are, I don't know, like every single turn is smooth. There are no real problems with any of the jumps or anything. I do like these waves. I do like really huge waves. I find them more fun. I find it weird that there's that random tiny space of glass covers. I understand why it's there. The person obviously ran out of walls. It just looks a bit odd. That there's that random space, especially because it's such an object that stands out among all the other objects, because it's one of the few objects in Halo Reach Forge that isn't gray and is actually blue. So I think it might have been a better idea if a different object were used in that situation, something that blended in with the track better, because I'm not saying that the glass covers are a bad piece to use. I think they're a great piece to use for longer sections, because they do look really cool and they are fairly challenging to forge with. So when someone forges well with them, it is fairly impressive. But for such a tiny section, it looks kind of weird and it will stand out. That lift doesn't work as well as it could, in my opinion. Sometimes you land with your nose facing onto the ground, and that can kind of screw you up. Also, if you may have noticed that back there where there was the 180 turn, I sort of cut in front of the rock. I don't know if that was intended to be possible, but it feels like it was intended to be possible. It may not be. It may just be a cheat that I just did by accident, thinking it was like a corner cut or a shortcut or something. It just looks kind of like obvious, in my opinion. A little too obvious to be a cheat. And if it is supposed to be a cheat, then I would recommend putting just a tiny little barrier there. That way people have to go around and do the turnaround. But I have nothing against corner cuts or shortcuts of any kind, because I do think, especially on double wides, they do help to make the track more competitive. They do help to kind of spread out the pack and just make it so even if you do spawn behind people, there is a chance that you will get ahead of them. Because I find that a problem with a lot of double wides. What happens is, because there's not hard to fall off of and the turns are really easy to take correctly, it seems like the person who wins is the person that spawns in front and gets the best start. And that really shouldn't be how it works. It should be the person who did the best race overall should be the one that wins. So I have absolutely nothing against shortcuts of any kind. I think they do help with double wides. So pros, it's smooth, it has good turns, it's fairly lengthy, it has some cool aesthetics, it has good jumps. Cons, the elevator doesn't work as well as it could have, and that's about it, to be honest. But once again, if you want to submit your maps to be reviewed, send Proforge Racing a message with the subject map review. In your message, I need your gamer tag, the name of the map, the link to the map, and a link to the game type if it exists. Thank you. Goodbye.